wherever you slept in 202 and wherever you woke up in 203. We say welcome back to Educational Standpoint on ỌDADEƐ Radio. This afternoon, we are happy that you are here and back with us. We are happy also that you entered into 203 by the grace of God. Give all thanks and praise to God for his bounteous mercies and for his resources that he has poured upon us, that we are up and good life that we have. We thank God for all things at all times in Jesus' name. Amen. Wherever you are, please, you can respond with me. So we say welcome back to ỌDADEƐ Radio. We are live on Facebook, ỌDADEƐ Radio Ghana, also on Facebook page at ỌDADEƐ Radio. We are also on Instagram at ỌDADEƐ Radio, Twitter at ỌDADEƐ Radio. Then you can also have us on WhatsApp at ỌDADEƐ Radio with the number 0200092925. I take the number again, 0200092925. We also have a studio phone where you can send in your text message or call in at the appropriate signals. And the number is 0302-551-014. I take it again, 0302-551-014. So we are listening to ỌDADEƐ Radio on Zeno FM app. And you can download your Zeno FM app and our ỌDADEƐ Radio app from the Google Play Store or Apple Store. You can download your ỌDADEƐ Radio app from the Google Play Store or the App Store. We are streaming live on Facebook, as I said. And my executive producers, Johnny Adofenin, also known as Zonda, is out there at the other side, lending his fingers to us, as well as Eddie Fico, who is also at the other side of the big river. Our technical producer for this afternoon is Mr. Joseph Otu, also known as DJ Use. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. My name is Emmanuel Ambrose Asamoah. I've been with you all this while, and we thank God for bringing us together again. So, our topic for today, my first day at school. It's supposed to be my first day at school on the first day, but this is our first day on ỌDADEƐ Radio. First day on Education Standpoint. Yeah, and with me this afternoon, have the honors of introducing Mr. Isaac Nyakon Atta, that is Assistant 3, Domestic of Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, and also Reverend Francis Boating, the Senior Housemaster of Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Mr. Atta, good afternoon and welcome to Education Standpoint.
Papa, good afternoon. I hope you are fine. Hello, Papa.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. I hope you are fine.
Can't hear Mr. Atta.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello. Mr. Samuel, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Atta.
Yes, I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, now I'm getting you clear.
Yes.
So not too loud.
All right.
So you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the Education Standpoint. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, Reverend Francis Boating, Senior Housemaster, you are also welcome back to ỌDADEƐ Radio and specifically on Education Standpoint. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Papa. I hope you are doing well.
By the grace of God, I'm fine. Yes.
We thank God.
We are in a new year, so we say Happy New Year to the two of you plus all our listeners. I don't know if you want to respond to the listeners also too. Mr. Atta, would you want to give a response? Happy New Year.
Yeah, many happy returns to our charity listeners, i.e. the parents and the students. It's a new year and everything is new. So we thank God for
Thank you very much.
All that you have done for us.
Thank you. Reverend Boating.
Papa, We are
Happy New
grateful.
Year.
We are grateful to God for another wonderful year. Hoping
Amen.
for the blessings of God for this wonderful year, and we wish all our listeners once again a prosperous new year. Thank you, Papa.
Thank you very, very, very much. So there you are, listeners, wherever you are. We bid you a very, very happy new year. And then we set off straight away onto our topic for the day, talking about first day at school. Now, before we reopen at any time in school, we expect that the parents would have had a certain tone, the students would have been brought up to receive a certain tone and make themselves ready, getting themselves ready to come to school. And we realized that, in fact, I took notice of the fact that all around the market areas, the parents were around shopping for new shirts, shorts, pairs of canvas shoes and socks. They were buying books and they were looking for books. Some were doing a lot of complaining anyway. But I believe that our parents will tell us more about that aspect of it because they went out there. For us in school, we have been around setting updates and expecting the students to come to school on time. And I want to ask Mr. Isaac Nyakun Arthur first. What is expected of the parents? What did you tell them when they were going home, when they were getting ready to come back to school?
Thank you, sir. In fact, when they were going, most of them have misplaced their items.
Wow.
Yes, most of them have misplaced their items. A day after they've left, we saw that uniforms and shoes and sandals and other things are all over the place. So certainly, parents have to replace all those items, prepare them for school in this January. And actually, the haircut, the Christian gentleman culture or the nature. So we taught parents to have this 3 weeks vacation to talk to their wards, prepare them physically, spiritually, and all that they need before school opens about a few days ago. So we thought parents would take over from where they left. It wasn't easy at all. You know, they are boys. It's a boys' school. And you know how boys are. You give them sandals, they get home and the sandals is not there. Their singlets and other materials are not there. So they come home with it empty. So parents have to go through again, prepare them before coming this January.
Interesting.
Yes.
Watson,
Papa,
what do you have to say about this? What do you also have in mind? What did you observe, notice?
thank you, Papa. Yeah, in addition to what Mr. Atta has said, before they leave, in fact, we have a closing assembly. And at closing assembly, first of all, at least we know we need to thank God for seeing us through the whole semester. And after that, the headmaster has to give his closing remarks. And during the closing remarks, there are a lot of things they are reminded of. At least the students are made aware when they are to return to school. And apart from that, we let them know that the moment they go out there, they are representing Presec. They are to go out there as Christian gentlemen, and for that matter, whatever life they live out there, it's not like living life anyhow, but wherever they are ambassadors of Presec. And for that matter, that Christian gentleman image and attitude should be out there. They need to go and portray a true Presecan out there for anybody to know that at least for the few months they have spent, they have undergone through training, molding, and all that. And apart from that, they are also told within that period not to abandon their books. So with a few weeks they go to spend at home, we expect them to be behind their books and learn, even with all their social life, their interaction with other colleagues. We expect that, they learn. Quite apart from that, I remember they are given some set of books they are to read complete before they return to school. I remember last semester, they were given about 3 or 5 different books, story books, literature books, they are to read and even summarize and answer some questions, which when they are returning to school, they have to submit to their masters. Right. So these are some of the things we tell them. And, if there are few other things they need to bring back to school, we also let them know. So basically, we let them know the kind of lifestyle they are to lead, how they are to present themselves out there as true ambassadors of PRESEC, and what is expected of them till the day they will report back to school. So PRESECan, a true gentleman, is not only when you are on campus, but even when you have gone out there. So much is expected of you that you will not disgrace us to the public. Thank you, Papa.
Thank you very, very much. This is very, very interesting. So it means that they really didn't go for total vacation. They had a break.
Yes.
And during the break, they are supposed to undertake some assignments.
Sure.
Reading and the maintenance of a lifestyle, and the cooperating with home, cooperating with the elderly in the society. And I expect that they will also be in church or wherever they wanted to attend, any place where they want to worship God. And that sounds very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I'm sure that the students are back in school armed with real assignments that have been done by themselves and in readiness to start a new semester. That is very, very interesting. So it means that mentally, they are ready to continue with this new term. Sure. Now, we've been talking a lot about PRESEC, and I expect that the same thing would have been happening in Achimota, would have been happening in Accra, would have been happening in Cape Coast, our counterparts in the Cape Coast and Kumasi schools, and of course, from Bipos Soham people of Free Girls. And we expect that all students everywhere are supposed to tag themselves in readiness for this new academic year. And when did they come back to school? And what was their countenance like when they came back? I mean, any of you can take it.
Yes, they reported on the 10th January, just last week. And as usual, maybe we'll get there, but before they come, we send them message. Yeah. We send them message. Okay. But you could see from the student as they report that they are eager to come and continue their academic work. Usually when school reopen, we know the student attitude. They don't report early. Majority of them don't even report that day. But on this very day, we recorded high, number of students who reported on that very day, and you could see that even though they did not spend much time at home, but they are ready to come and continue their academic work, and that is so we saw the readiness of the students coming to continue their academic work.
Oh, that is good news. That is good news. And I'm sure that they've built up some more rosy cheeks after chewing all the chicken and pizzas during the vacation. And back in readiness to work. We are happy to hear that. Yes. We are happy to know that students elsewhere also may be in the same tone, ready for academic mode of work. Yes.
Of course, Papa, you know, students going out for a Christmas break, and after
Yes.
eating gari and all that, and going for Christmas break, you should expect, you know, heavy chicks and then putting on weight.
That's right. That's right. That is very, very true. Well, at this time, it will be too early to talk about the items that they brought to school, whether they brought the right items or not. Because normally it takes time to do a proper, complete inspection of their items that they brought to school.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was going to ask, did they come back with the right apparel? Did they come back with the right tools? Are they back with the right, as for frame of mind, yes, but are they back with the right tools for work? Yes.
Yeah, Baba,
and I think the parents be able to tell us, but you can tell us yours from your end.
Yeah, I think with when it comes to pre-sec, when students report, we insist that housemasters do thorough inspection of their kits, of their items, before they allocated rooms and beds. So though it's early, we've not conducted kit inspection in the various houses, but on the day they arrive, housemasters conduct thorough kit inspection to make sure that students do not bring unprescribed items into the boarding house. So inspection is done. In fact, I must say thorough inspection is done on the day of arrival. So you don't come and enter your room just like that. When you come, you need to register with your housemaster. Your things should be inspected and make sure that you are not carrying any unprescribed attire or any gadget or any other items before you are even allowed to enter your room or allocated a room.
Good. Standard raised, and we are happy to hear that. Yes. And I believe that other schools are also copying, because we are always the best. So other schools who are listening to us, I believe that you are making notes very, very fast, and even recording the discussion we are doing, so that you can also lift up your standards wherever you are. No fight about this one. Just copy and paste, and you are okay with it. People of other places. Thank you very, very, very much, Mr. Boating. Mr. Atta, may I ask whether there's a possibility of some items that were brought in that were not expected of the students? Because sometimes the parents themselves like to smuggle things into the school, and they will take the lead in attempting to smuggle. Where the students say, no, this one is not allowed. Some parents will want to say, no, this one, you need it, so you take it along. What are some of the items that you think the parents try to push? Of course, some students will also want to sneak in with by themselves.
Yes, thank you, Papa. As senior housemaster have just rightly said, before they left, management issue a letter to the parents through the WhatsApp message platforms. You know, we have 13 houses, house 1 to house 13, and every house have a platform. We have the PTA platforms, and when they were leaving, they were in Form 1. So now they are in Form 2 and Form 3. As we speak now, we have 2 and 3. So management issue out a letter to all parents. If you can give me about 2 minutes, I'll go through the letter. Then based on that, anytime we find anything outside this document, just yesterday I see about 2 unprescribed dresses in front of house 8.
Wow. So
for students, they are students. So a few of them will struggle, a few phones, a few unprescribed dresses, some footwear and other things. In fact, housemasters are very hardworking. When you find out those things, we take it from them. Yes. So the letter that management give it out is here. If we can use about 2 minutes to go through, so that we can work around that area.
That'll be fine. We'll be interested in it.
Yes, management give out this letter to the parents. 1, school reopens on Tuesday, 10th January 2023 for Form 2s and Form 3 students.
Okay.
Reporting time is 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on 10th January 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Any student who failed to report will be punished on that. If you come after 5 o'clock or the next day, without any proper permission or medical reasons, you are punished.
That's right.
Boarders who break bounds will be suspended from the boarding house. And we are very serious on that because of the numbers. So a few of them want to run away to Medina and other places. When we get you outside the school, we'll suspend you. Parents and guardians should please ensure that they are trim their hair and put on prescribed uniform when school reports. So during the reporting day, we make sure that housemasters inspect their bag and their whatever they brought and make sure that they bring only prescribed uniform to the school. Mobile phones, radio sets, other electrical gadgets are not permitted in the boarding house.
Good.
7. Parents and guardians should please advise their wards against flouting any of the school rules and regulations. Any student who flouts such rules and regulations shall be sanctioned accordingly. 8. Parents should ensure that their ward come to school with only prescribed items such as belt, watch, black or brown sandals, prescribed uniforms, etc., as stated in the prospectus. Any unprescribed material brought will be confiscated for good. And to your information, we have a lot of them there. Senior housemaster is here. Yeah. Students who have any medical condition must come with appropriate documents from recognized public health facility. Then from there, management is prepared. We have an open policy. So whatever you are going through, if you have any challenge or any problem, management, come and let's discuss it. So these are the rules that we have actually let parents know before their awards come to school. So everything is on track in receiving the students last week. Yes, please.
That is very, very interesting. Very interesting. Very good too. Yes. That we need to check because the numbers have grown very big. And I believe that we don't have parents and other students, and for that matter, other big men in society coming to beg for students who flout the laws and must go through the discipline. Because I know that it hasn't been our tradition, though we've had a lot of attempts in the past. Yeah, I remember when I was a senior house master, somebody brought a gun. We discovered a gun on somebody, and then lawyers and people in government were trying to come to talk to headmaster about withdrawing the punishment that was supposed to be given to the students. And we had to stand our grounds those days, and we did. Yeah, and that goes to spell out the fact that we are raising up Christian gentlemen, and so we will not bow to indiscipline at any level. And I'm happy that the road is still running, even though there are no canes easily in PSEC these days, or for that matter, other schools. But we are happy to hear that the standard of training is still upheld in high place. Kudos to you as a stray and senior house master and management of PSEC. Kudos again. Yes.
Thank you, Papa.
We thank God. We thank God. Yes. Now I want to ask about what are the areas that the parents are supposed to get the students ready, talking about in terms of getting themselves in academic readiness. We haven't entered the classroom much yet, but I believe that the parents may have come across certain clauses in the letters that were given to them, and so may have sent information. What do you expect, or what expectations do you have of the parents to do with the students before they came to school, so far as mental preparedness are concerned?
I think, Papa, let me come in here.
Okay.
Yes. Papa, before I go to answer this question, let me add a little to what Mr. Atta just said.
Okay. Okay.
You were asking whether parents sometimes, put certain items in the boys' bags or maybe trunks. Well, I may be wrong, but I don't think parents would deliberately maybe put certain unprescribed items in a boy's trunk, especially when that parent has read this letter given to them. But you know our boys, they do a lot of things at the blind side of the parents. So if there are certain things they will even want to bring to school, they would not even put it in a trunk or the chobos. You know, apart from their trunk and chobos, so they also have these bags, school bags. And and this is where they normally keep the, if I should say, contraband goods. And even in the bag, they have some corners they can put those items you will never know. Normally when they report, we have occasion of seizing some of these items without parent not being aware. We will not say parent will deliberately give those items to fine. Sometimes some parents may give, especially mobile phones, to students for some reason, even though the school will not accept that, but they may have some reason. But we have insisted that no parent should give any unprescribed item to any student, and that is the more reason why when they come the first day, we check and make sure that in the presence of the parent, if any item is seen, there and then we pick them out and give it to the parent to be taken home. So that is that. Subsequently, if we get any item, that one, it is not even given to the parent, they are seized and confiscated for good. So all these are made clear to parents before they come. Now, going to the question you asked, before students arrive, I think as parents, we have a huge responsibility to prepare our boys before they come. I will say that the first thing parents will have to do is to sit their boys down and talk to them. You know, as an institution, a special Presbyterian institution, we have our rules, we have our regulations, we have our values, and these values have been expelled openly, given to them, and we expect parents to sit their walls down and give them thorough advice and caution them before they come, so that they will not come breaking school rules and doing otherwise. So we expect that parents will sit their boys down and talk to them. Of course, they have gone to spend holidays playing around, and sometimes they forget themselves. So constantly they need to be reminded about some of these things. A lot will go into this advice when they come, the sort of friends they have to move with, because I can bet you in the boarding house, most of them are influenced by friends. So a parent will come and tell you, oh, my boy is not like this, oh, my boy is a good boy. I'm at home, I've never seen my boy. You see, but when they come to the boarding house, a lot of influence go on, yes, from friends. And so I think parents must advise their wards on that before they come. And again, as a parent, before you even pack your wards item into the vehicle, and then you must first of all check, because I'm sure that most of the things will be packed by the boy himself. Few parents will maybe pack his boys' dresses and all that into the trunk. I believe that we have been students before. We will pack our things into the trunk and chop buses. But as a parent, we also owe it a duty to ensure that our boys have put in the right items in the trunk. And that is where our boys will come without, even if we have to do any inspection, we will not see any kind of unprescribed item, because parents have already inspected their items. Again, the boys are coming to school to continue their academic work. So it's not only buying items into their trunk and chop buses, but we need to find out what are the educational materials you will need to continue your academic work. If
That's
there
right.
are exercise books we need to buy for them, readers or a textbook we need to buy, I believe that it should be even the top most priority, because they are coming to do purely academic work. And so parents must make sure that all these academic materials, textbooks, exercise books, reading materials that their boys will need, they must provide for them. Because it will be rather unfortunate if the boys don't have these materials, but we spend money to buy provision, we spend money to buy drinks, and stuff their boxes and then a trunk with all food items. Meanwhile, the boy gets to the classroom, no exercise book, no textbook, and all that. So as parents, all these preparation should be done before they bring their boys to school. And then I will also say that, you see, life is about physical and spiritual. So yes, so for me as a parent, you need to prepare your boy spiritually. You need to pray with your boys, because your boy is come to live with other students in we cannot say they are all angels. Yes.
Well, they are coming to live with strangers.
Yes, so we also need to prepare our boys spirit by praying with them, and also encourage them that even in the boarding house they should not forget their God. They should always be in touch with God. Prayer and the word of God should be part of their lives. Thank you, Abba.
Very, very important. Thank you. Very, very important. Mr. Atta, you want to add something to this?
Yes. Strangely, Presec have a mission, a vision, and a core value. So
right.
Apart from all that we are actually doing, what we are focusing on now is our core value. It's a Presbyterian school, and you can't just come and go like that. So we have our vision, our mission, and our core value, what we believe in, where we want the school, where we want our boys to go. Our vision is to be a world-class, excellent Christian gentleman. We want our boys to go to the world, the whole world, as excellent Christian gentlemen. That is our focus. Then our mission is excellence in academia. Anywhere we see our boys, they should be excellent in all wherever they will be. And what we are even stressing more, when you get to the opposite assembly hall near the staff command room, you see our core values there. It's all over the place. In the coming days, we are going to put the
on a billboard.
Yes, please. Even in the coming days, we are going to put our core values just at the entrance of the main gate, the classroom block, at the canteen or guasi, even in their dormitory, just before they enter the dormitories, so that they know their core values, what we want to expect from them. I.e., we want them to excel, so excellence. So when you see the math and science, we want them to excel, even in the visual arts, the general arts, the business, and all areas. We want our boys to excel. So the number one area is excellence. Then two, godly leadership. Not only leadership. Right. Very soon we are going out. Our boys will take over. We want them to have what we call godly leadership. And the third is called skills development. We come here, we give you the theory. Yes, most of them go into engineering, medicine, robotics, and all other areas. So we want them to also acquire the skills development right from Presec here. Then also discipline. That's our fifth core value. Discipline. Good. Then above all, we want them to have what's called integrity. Because you can't have a leader without integrity. Integrity. Hard work. We don't want them to have shortcuts. You prepare for it. That's right. Right from SS1 to SS3. We have the hard-working housemasters. We have the teachers. We have a solid management team in Presec here. So we want the student to have high integrity and hard work, and humility too, not to be so boastful too. So humility is part of our core values. We have the unity. Presec is like Achimota. Achimota have students from all over the place, all over the world.
Yes.
Preset
yes.
2, we have students from all over the country. Others are here from outside.
All over the world.
Yes, they are here. They are here. When it's vacation, they are going. You'll be surprised where they are going to. So we want them to be united from different tribal background. So one of the core values is that if you see the Ewe, the Fanti, the Ashanti, the Krobo, we are all one. And that is what we are promoting. And above all, sound moral principle. If you don't have a moral principle, you can't manage anything. So these are the few core values that we have. So we are focusing on our vision, our mission, and our core values.
Great. This is great. Yes. This is very, very great. Wow. So the SEC is still growing. So
we are growing.
Yes, still growing with more things to push our future leaders into. Yeah. And it is very, very gratifying that we have these kind of things happening. Well, listeners, we want to take a short break. And I want to say that we are live on Education Standpoint from ỌDADEƐ Radio. And we have been live on Facebook and Instagram, etc. And our handles are ỌDADEƐ Radio. ỌDADEƐ Radio Ghana on Facebook, ỌDADEƐ Radio also. Then we also have our Twitter handle being ỌDADEƐ Radio. Then we also have our WhatsApp number and link where you can send in your comments and questions wherever you are. And the number is 020 009295. 020 009295. We also have a studio phone where you can send in your text messages or call appropriately. And the number is 0302 551 014. Repeat it, 0302 551 014. So as we listen to ỌDADEƐ Radio and the program being Education Standpoint, we expect that you send the link also to your friends wherever they are. And you can download ỌDADEƐ Radio on a Google Play Store. From the Google Play Store or the App Store, Google App Store, and everybody must get linked up. We thank you for listening to us so far. We'll take a short break with the technical producers handling our technical things. Joseph Otu is our head of technical producing team. Thank you very, very much. DJ Use. We'll take a short break. Some adverts now.
ỌDADEƐ Radio. Like us on Facebook at ỌDADEƐ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ỌDADEƐ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
May I please have your attention? Nationwide Technologies Limited is a proud sponsor of Agric Panorama program on ỌDADEƐ Radio. Nationwide Technologies Limited, distributors of Solnox Advanced Fuel Conditioner. As an environmentally green product, Solnox is proven to reduce fuel consumption, reduce running costs, reduce emission, prolong the lifespan of your engine. Solnoxico takes you further, faster, and cleaner. Nationwide Technologies Limited is an ISO certified company. Its services include fuel marking, product authentication, ultrasound tank testing, tank stratification, and calibration. To obtain your product, please contact 05401 20694 or 0541 670666. Nationwide Technologies Limited is a proud sponsor of Agric Panorama program on ỌDADEƐ Radio. Thank you for your attention.
Say no to single-use plastic bags. They are destroying our environment. Water bodies contribute to most of the rubbish in open spaces and gutters, contributing to floods. Fish and livestock are ingesting plastics, which poses danger to our health. Plastics take ages to decompose and are harmful to the environment. Be responsible. Join eco-conscious citizens in supporting International Plastic Bag Free Day and say no to plastic bags. Use a basket, jute bag, or other biodegradable bags on 3rd July and every other day.
What does the Bible say? And what sort of light does it throw on any life-related issue? John chapter 1 verse 5 states, "And the light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not." Light for Life is a Christian panel discussion program on all life-related issues and how the Bible helps us in its day-to-day application. Beloved, my name is Reverend Gordon Kwashi, and I invite you to join me and my guests on the Light for Life program on ỌDADEƐ Radio Online this and every Sunday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I trust that as we engage in this Light for Life program, we'll all be able to say to our God, "In thy light we shall see light." God richly bless you as you tune in.
I don't know what I would do without him. Whom shall I fear?
ỌDADEƐ Radio. Like us on Facebook at ỌDADEƐ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ỌDADEƐ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925. ỌDADEƐ Radio. Like us on Facebook at ỌDADEƐ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ỌDADEƐ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925. ОДАДЕAIDS Radio. Like us on Facebook at ОДАDEAIDS Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ОДАДЕAIDS Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
So, good afternoon again, everybody. Welcome to the second segment of our program. And the second half of our program, we had a short break. And as we said earlier on, if you have a comment, if you have a question to put across, you can just link us up on a ОDADEÄ Radio WhatsApp number. And the number is 020092925. I take it again, 020092925. You can catch us live on the WhatsApp and as well as on the Instagram. You can link us up with through ОDADEÄ Radio. The program is education standpoint, and you can also catch us via WhatsApp. You can download the app from the Google Play Store or the App Store. And I want you to understand and know that our executive producers this afternoon are Johnny Adofani, also known as Zonda. And then we also have Edifico, Senior Edifico, who is at the other side. And DJ Hughes, also known as Joseph Otu, is our technical producer. This afternoon, my name is Reverend Emmanuel Ambrose Asamoah. And my studio guests are Mr. Boating, Reverend Boating, Assistant Headmaster, Presec Legon. And then also I have at the same time over there, we have Mr. Isaac Nyakon Ata, that is Assistant Head 3, who is our domestic assistant in Presec. Good afternoon again to all of you, and don't forget to send in your questions through WhatsApp number 020 0092925. And also, if you want to, you can send in a text message through studio number 0302 551 014. The number again is 0302 551 014. And this afternoon we are talking about students coming back to school. We've looked at a few areas, including what the parents expected to give to the students, what the parents are supposed to talk to the students about. And then we've had quite some good ideas. And the school has sent information to parents. It was sent last term at the time that they were closing from the end of the academic year. And for the continuing students in Form 2 and 3 who are reporting to school this week, or who have reported to school, we expect that they will rise up to the occasion and tune themselves into the continuation of their education in the next class. Form 1 is going to Form 2, Form 2 is going to Form 3. We are yet to receive the fresh students who will come to Form 1, but we know that work does not stop and wait for anyone. So we are still on. We've heard about parents who need to advise the students on friends and about influences that may take place. The school has given us insights about the vision, the mission, and the core values that we're supposed to run with. And then we talk about the need for excellence, the need for discipline, the need for godly devotion, the need for skills development that a student must have. And the school is going to the next level of pasting these information all over campus. We have it in the center of campus now. We're going to put some at the gate. We're going to put some in the dormitories. We're going to put them in the dining hall, the Kwasi area. And we want to remind the students of why they are there and what they must be gearing at while they are in the school. So integrity and hard work are very important core values. And the fact that we come from different backgrounds, but we are supposed to be united even in our diversities. Thank you very, very much, and we say welcome again. So as the students are coming back, we know that they are coming back to enjoy some regular lifestyle in school. And we have to get back into some social lines because we are not in a military camp, so to speak. Even in the military camp, we have social activities that bond the people together and give out some breaks and give out enhancements to why they are there. In school, we need to go through certain things also that do not give us stress, but give us mental and psychological readiness so that we can grow as we build on these things. So this afternoon, we are asking our resource persons, Mr. Nyakon, Mr. Nyakon Atta, and Reverend Boateng, what are some of the social things that help the students to break away from stressfulness of an academic world or an academic world? If you can hear me, we are listening to you, sir.
Reverend, yes, all work and no play. So at least
I hear we have an African version. What is it?
Yeah, so molding students and student life is not entirely only on academic or classroom, but sometimes the student must also have some social life, at least. So there are some programs or activities that have been put in place to make sure that at least the student will have a holistic social life also on campus. And I believe that the first thing we can talk about is how a student can even relate with other colleagues. Yes, in a boarding house, after classroom work, mental drill, after school, you go and meet your colleagues in the boarding house, and at least some form of socialization take place. Student cracking jokes, at least to relieve stress. So you are in the dormitory with colleagues, you are in the same house with friends, you have students also having some form of social interaction from students from other houses. So at least students interacting with their colleagues, their mates in a house, other houses, also provide, or in a way provide a social forum where students can at least interact and share jokes, share views, and all that. Quite apart from that, we have sporting activities, athletics. Within the semester, at least we have the sports department have drawn a program where within the week, at least a house or each house will have a day where they will go and have some form of sporting activities. Football is there. Presec, we are known for basketball. So sporting activities is also a way of providing social interaction or social activity for our students. Apart from that, we also have clubs and societies on campus where students are allowed to join clubs of their choice. We have religious and we have other social clubs, or educative. So students have choice to join some of these clubs and societies where other things are learned. So learning is not only in the classroom, but at least within these clubs and societies, students can also interact and undertake other programs which will also relieve some stress. So just to say a few, there are social interventions that have been put in place to make sure that the Christian gentleman is not only confined in the classroom, but at least some other social activities or programs that will help him to have a holistic social life on campus.
Okay. Very interesting. As is three, do you have anything to add?
Yes, let me add a few of them again. In fact, it's true that we are here to learn. About 65 to 70% we are here to learn, but not only learning just like for learning sake.
From books.
Yes, but just about a week ago, before school reopened, we met the house staff and we discussed with them other things that will bring to make the stay of our boys lively on campus. So this year, what we plan to do is that we shall have inter-houses gardening competition when the rain starts from March going. Inter-houses gardening. We want them to actually, when they grow and they take their places. Just at the back of your house, you can have your own garden, small mini garden. So what we'll do is that we'll have inter-houses gardening competition. They're not only that one. Hello, Tazawa? Yes, we have inter-houses gardening competition. Then from there, we'll give certificates, award certificate to the deserving houses. They're not only that one, we shall move into inter-houses choral competition. That by December, during the carol service, we'll allow them to sing. And we also award the best houses. We want the boys to sing. They learn how to sing. Houses, inter-houses choral competition. We also enforce that. Then we have our monthly general inspection. The senior house master is so working hard that every month we have monthly general inspection. And we have some of the house masters, teachers, and even those from the office and other schools coming to support us. And we have our clubs and societies, and we have other groups like robotics group, drama group. We have this math and science and all other areas, so that it's not going to be only book, but areas that can also unearth their talent. Inter-houses football competition. We all do that. Just the coming 6th March, and ỌDADEƐ is coming to organize a football match. 6th March.
Okay.
Yes. So 6th March, we'll have our boys on the field playing. So not only books, but we have the inter-houses gardening competition, we have inter-houses choral competition, we have monthly general inspection, we have our clubs and societies, and we develop their other talent. PRESEC doesn't only work on their affective domain, but we go for psychomotor. You were to use their hand, their mind, and all that they have. So when you finish PRESEC, you become holistic. So one of the areas in our vision statement is to prepare the student holistically into the world. Yes. So apart from they learning to get the 7 and 8 A's, we prepare them in other areas.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Atta. I think we have online now our Vice PT Chairperson, in the person of Madam Nico. Madam Nico, if you can hear me, kindly, you are welcome to ỌDADEƐ Radio with the program specifically education.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good. We are happy to have you online. Now, we're talking about the preparation of students before coming to school, and we made observations of things that the parents have to go out there to buy and get things done. We talk about assignments that were given to students and all that. How do you think? Talking about parents. How did you find the preparation coming to school like?
How did I find what?
Preparing the students to come back to school.
Oh, okay. As a parent, I believe, let me use this opportunity to thank those our listeners and the previous speakers before me. And I want to say, as a parent, it's important that we know education of our wards is a shared responsibility. And as much as the school, the government, and all authorities are doing their best to make sure that the children are safe and sound in school, as parents, we have a role. And our role and mandate is to psych our children to know that it's a stage in their life, and this stage calls for a lot of responsibilities on their part, and we as parents are to guide them into this responsibility that they have. What responsibility do they have to comport themselves, obey school regulations and rules, not to break bounds, to focus on their mandates of going to school, being to study. And we as parents are helping them in this. And our role is is to ensure that the very needs of the boys are catered for. So even before the boys come, we as parents are expected to talk to them and sensitize them, and then let them know that they are going into a new terrain and they must obey all rules and regulations. One thing as a parent that we also need to do is to let them know how to take good care of themselves and their belongings. And that calls for sense of responsibility being instilled in the children by all parents. Again, this sense of responsibility will let them know that you don't come to school and destroy property, but to leave the school better than you met it. And so you don't go forming groups and people who do not want to align with school rules and regulations. So we instill in the children sense of responsibility. As a parent, it is also important to let them know how to manage everything we provide for them. Now we're going to fill them with the provisions and whatnot and whatnot. We should also know that we are growing them into adulthood, and therefore they must be responsible for even the little. Of course, the fingers are not equal. So you might meet somebody who's come from a wealthy home who have 20 tins milk or sardines to bring, and you could only bring only a 4 or 3. As a parent, we need to assure the children that they don't need to look at those things to affect them. They have a mandate, because they are not coming from a home that can give them 20 tin meals. Does not make them a less person. The focus really should be on their studies, and school is there to give them the necessary support. So this is what I will say for now, that like as parents, sense of responsibility, sense of duty, and management of our wards themselves and all other things in the school is very, very critical for parents to instill in their wards.
Very, very important. Thank you very, very much, Madam Nico. And I believe also that there are other things that we need to pass on to our students. They were given assignments. They were giving assignments to come and complete while they were on vacation. Reading assignments, then some writing of reports and things like that. How do you think the students take these things when they come home? I mean, coming to spend Christmas and then they are giving such assignments.
Oh, well, it's building children and nurturing them takes different forms. And I believe that we are whipping in them responsibility well enough to know how to handle themselves in any situation. And I've always told young ones that school is just to prepare you for a bigger space.
Well,
and let me say this, that graciously, I was on tech over the weekend, taking my boy to tech who passed through Presec as well. And I had the pleasure of meeting some of the Presec boys. I was so happy as a parent and the way they are comporting themselves and handling themselves on campus already. Now, this is what Presec, I believe, stands for. And as a parent, we should be proud to and let our children engage in such things that builds their mind, builds their psyche, matures them, so that it's not only freaky funky, it is not passing through the school, it is not only some of them going to do national science and math quiz or debating, but every child that had an assignment to do, and they do it very well. We're also teaching them to research. And when they go into the university, I was telling them, 80 to 90% of work is on you, unlike secondary school where 70% depends on you. So we build them even with those assignments. Team building is important for them as they form groups, as they research together, as they sit to think tanks together. We are building them for the future. And the capacity building for the students or children is very, very important. Even in our homes, you want to sometimes engage them with their siblings to think about something, engage them in discussions that will help for home. Why not in school, where they meet people from various homes, various walks of life, various thinking, various perception about life and things, and we grow there and groom them into each other, that they can work and live with people no matter where they are. And more importantly, know how to live with the larger society. So assignments of this nature help build them. When we're growing up, we're told that if you let the child sweep, it's building their muscles and their feet, their fingers and all that, their back and all that. I believe it's in that direction as well.
Thank you very, very much, Madam Nico. You've been very, very helpful telling us what happens on the other side. And so that you advise your children on issues, and then also based on the regulations and then the mission letters that were sent to parents. I'm sure they were also very, very useful in passing on preparatory advice to the students. Some of them come to school and make friends. What do you think about friends making of our students?
Can you lift your voice a little bit for me? It's a bit faint.
Oh, okay. I'm asking about what you make of the advice to our children so far as making of friends are concerned, because they are coming to meet strange people when they come to school.
Friendship, you mean? Meeting of friends?
Yes.
Meeting of friends, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so fraternizing with other people and making friends, if I got you right.
Yes, you are right.
Okay, yes. So like I'm saying, as a parent, you should know that definitely your child will meet with other people. Peer pressure. We need to let them know there's something called peer pressure. Now, how do they overcome the negative tendencies that comes with peer pressure? So your child, you need to sit down and let them know that, yes, everybody and anybody cannot be your friend. People will want to be, there are people who easily attract friends and they want to be a friend of everybody. You need to let your world know that it's not everybody that can be your friend and not everybody that should be your friend. Now, you take it from that point and let them know that, however, because you are in a community called school, you are in a community called a dormitory, you are in a community called a classroom, you will have classmates, you will have form mates, you will have dorm mates, you have schoolmates. Now, through this chain, you will have people you would want to engage and fraternize with. People, for the purposes of learning. Maybe you're not good in math, somebody is good in math. But the fact that I learn math with you does not mean that I should be closely knitted with you. So they will have to know who they call a friend. Now, this is something we parents need to instill in our children, that you're coming to that environment, you definitely engage with people. You will definitely interact with people. But how close should you engage and interact with people? The closeness should be focused on the mandate. First and foremost, the purpose of coming to the school, and that is to study. Now, anybody who distracts you from your study cannot be classified as a friend. Anybody who distracts you from obeying school rules and regulations cannot be classified as a friend, because they will ditch you. Anybody who tells you, oh, it doesn't matter, the master won't come today, so let's not go to class, cannot be a friend to you. And anybody who tells you, let us jump, or maybe let's go to town and go and buy things and come, they're influencing you gradually. What I have known as a parent as well too, some of the friendship goes a bit religious. So okay, let's go to this prayer meeting. Let's go to church service. Beside what the school is offering for church service and whatnot, there are groupings and all, which I know the sex counts on such things. So there could be luring of your word through that avenue as well. And we need to sensitize and conscientize the boys to know that, look, God loves you, God listens to prayers, and you don't have to be engaged in extra spirituality before God hears you. At the expense of your studies, at the expense of you breaking bounds in school, so that the time to go to prep in the morning, you don't say we have a prayer meeting. At the time to be in your dormitory, you don't say we have this prayer meeting. That will affect you. And friends can lead you to that. So they need to be wary of some of these things. There are some friends who will lure you into gaming. Well, you know, we need money. We have to, and after all, when you finish school, it's money you get. Let's start early. So gaming is becoming something that parents need to be, and this could come from friends. So any friend who distracts you from doing the good things and obeying rules and regulations. Every home has their values, and anybody who wants to be your friend should not sway you from what values and discipline your family has given to you before coming to school. That should not be a point of deviation. No, it shouldn't be. So friendship, yes, but friendship with meaning, friendship with responsibility, friendship that will not sway you from what your mandates are. You cannot tell your child to be isolation and to feel timid and no. I don't encourage that. Whatever it is, there should be one person. And I also want to encourage parents, get to know the friends that your ward have. When you visit the school, let them bring you who they have identified as their friends. Get to know the parents of that friend as well, and get to know what they do. You can encourage them, the friend of your ward, to look over your child. And anytime you are in school, when you bring food, let them share. Through that, you as a parent will be observant and getting to know who is the friend of your ward. And if there's anything to be done, you quickly see it, and they will be addressed before it becomes too late.
Thank you very, very much, Madam Nico,
Yes.
PTA right there, for all that you have shared with us. We are very, very grateful. They are very, very important points to us. We are happy that you made time for us. And if I should ask, give us one more word for the fresh students who are, who are getting ready to come. The fresh students who haven't had their results yet.
Yes, they have not had their results yet. They are getting ready to come. I want to say, especially want to touch with the parents. The government is doing its best. What is your role as a parent in ensuring that your child is sound in school? As a PTA executive, there's a lot we are doing. Security of the place, expansion of school facility. I believe that my other panelists have spoken about this. As a parent, as you are coming, get to know that you need to support the school, the PTA association, to help build and make sure that we're nurturing the children. Whatever you can support. Sometimes we do donations and contributions. Be involved for the nurturing of your ward. Teacher motivation is a really thing on my heart. Let us all to come together as parents and support the school to make our children what it's supposed to be. By the time the child has done 3 years and they are leaving, you will beat your chest to say that I helped Presec become what it is, and my child is living there better than they met it. To the boys that are going to come, I want to pray that God will bring all of them, and this 3 years of life in Presec will be unique and enjoyable, and they will be instill of them God factor, responsibility, sense of direction, and goodwill for themselves, the school, the society, and the nation and the world at large, making their parents and everybody proud. And so we will be there watching over them. We'll be praying for them that they have a part to play. And I believe that all and sundry teachers, management, and everybody will support us to make sure that the boys are well settled in school and the academics are also on point.
Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very, very much, Madam Nikki.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much again.
Thank you also for having me. I'm sure we'll be having a lot of such conversations as we go along. As PTA executive, we also promise that when the boys come, we will take time to talk to them also and to whatever we can do to assist them be the responsible adults we want them to be. We will ensure that we support the school to do that. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very, very much. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. So we'll be in touch again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very, very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been listening to Madam Nikki. I'll give you a full name very soon, but she's the Vice President of the PTA Association, and she's given us a lot to help us get our students in shape, and then to get our parents also playing their various roles in helping to bring up our future leaders the right way, the right direction, and the right light. For in the light, we shall see light. Well, we'll take a short break, and then after that, we'll get back to the program. A brief break, and then we'll get back to the program.
ỌDADEƐ Radio. Like us on Facebook at ỌDADEƐ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ỌDADEƐ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Working on a weekend like usual.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Markin. Please join me and my team as we present to you the Students Lounge on ỌDADEƐ Radio this and every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for fun-filled moments, bringing to you the students' view on captivating topics, student celebrity interviews, and many more. Remember, the Students Lounge is on ỌDADEƐ Radio this and every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Do tune in.
No, you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, your man a cheapskate, huh?
The Education Standpoint is a radio program only on ỌDADEƐ Radio. The program intends to bring together all stakeholders in the education spectrum of the Presbyterian Boys Secondary School to a live studio discussion on all the topical issues in education and help put to proper perspective the views from standpoint of all stakeholders. The Education Standpoint will also help guide the school and create a better understanding for administration, students, teachers, parents, the church, and the alumni. Tune in to Education Standpoint exclusively on ỌDADEƐ Radio online Thursdays 2 to 4 p.m. and a repeat broadcast on Saturdays at 9 a.m. I am Reverend Emmanuel Ambrose Asamoah, an ỌDADEƐ former teacher, former student, educationist, counselor, and will be your host on the Education Standpoint. Please do make a date with me.
Agriculture plays a crucial role to our country's development with a huge contribution to Ghana's GDP whilst providing for our food needs at the same time.
They should know that agric is the backbone of every country. Honestly, you began by giving us the percentages, but it used to be 70% that agric contributes to the economy. It's because of certain lapses that has made a figure decline.
I don't know why they see farming as a bad occupation, because in other developed countries, they take agric very seriously and they make a lot of money out of farming. They use a lot of modern technology to improve their yield, but over here we only see it as the use of certain man-made or small implements such as cutlass and hoe, which don't really do much. If you want to go into mass production, which will bring you a lot of money, you use a lot of modern technology that will help improve the yield.
Time to put the spotlight on agriculture value chain in Ghana on Agric Panorama on ỌDADEƐ Radio. Agric Panorama is a radio program that is aimed at creating a unique platform for all farmers, traders, processors, transporters, wholesalers, and all other actors within the agric value chain. Agric experts, policymakers, students in agriculture, and other stakeholders as they participate in a panel discussion to unravel all that matters to improve agriculture and agribusiness sector, which is the backbone of Ghana's economy.
It's beneficial to the country in the sense that the non-companies in this country, the products these companies bring out are from agric, or the raw products are from agric, which has been processed into finished goods.
With agric, as I was coming, I wanted to do biology, but my grandfather was the person who told me that, why don't you try agriculture? Because I'm a farmer, and look at where I am. So you can also try agriculture, and then you can see how far you go.
Agric Panorama will be broadcast live from the studios of ỌDADEƐ Radio Online every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can listen and contribute to this program via the Zeno FM radio app or ỌDADEƐ Radio app from the Google Play Store or App Store. Also watch it live on YouTube or Facebook at ỌDADEƐ Radio or ỌDADEƐ Radio Ghana. ỌDADEƐ Radio, shine the light.
ỌDADEƐ Radio. Like us on Facebook at ỌDADEƐ Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ỌDADEƐ Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
ỌDADEƐ Radio, where we are talking about the reopening into a new academic year and the students, continuing students coming in to their next classes. We've been talking about the preparation of students. We're talking about preparation by parents and the preparations of the students themselves. And then we are talking about how we enter into this new academic year for continuing students. We have had a word that from tomorrow, probably, the new students will start having their processes of admissions taking place. They may see their results tomorrow, and then they may start the processing that will be undertaken by the CSSPS, or the Ghana Education Service and Ministry of Education, to help them have their placement into the second cycle and tertiary institutions. But for this afternoon, we are talking about our current students who are in school, who just reported into the term. And we have in the studios Mr. Isaac Nyakon Ata, who is the assistant head number 3 in charge of domestic affairs, and then the senior housemaster, Reverend Francis Boating, who have been, the two of them have been a very strong team in handling the students and getting them ready to come and fit back into the system. Whilst at the same time in the background, they are getting ready to receive the first students who may be pouring in later on, according to the CSSPS timetable, like Ghana Education Service timetable. But for this afternoon, as I said, we are looking at our current students. Well, so we are welcome back, Mr. Arthur and Reverend Boating. Now, what do you have to say about these students? How do they fit into our discussion? So far, we haven't mentioned them, but we are talking about pre-sec students in general and students as a whole. But where do these students fit into this program?
Thank you, Reverend. Yes, it's true. Pre-sec is made up of boarders and day students. Though the boarders form a huge number, but still we also have the day students who are part of us. So whatever program, whatever activity we engage ourselves with, day students are also taken into consideration. But as a school, would have wished that all our students are boarders, because we appreciate the challenges our day students face because of where some of them are coming from. because I know currently some of our day students are coming from beyond Kaswa, some Dodowa, some even from Insawam. Yes, they all wish to be in the boarding house, but unfortunately the boarding capacity cannot accommodate them, and even as a school we don't have the mandate to bring all these day students into the boarding house, but we still consider them as part of us, and therefore whatever we do, they are taken into consideration. Unfortunately, a big challenge is that most of the day students do not take part in our early morning devotion. The school tone is set off by our daily morning devotion, where we start the day's activity with prayer and all that. So we expect all students to be part. But because of the challenge of distance and where most of them are coming from, we are not able to receive day students, or let me say about 90% of our day students do not take part in the morning devotion, our daily morning devotion, and that is a very big challenge to us, because we would have wished that the day students form part of morning devotion program. Again,
so that is where proper information is dissipated.
Yes. Again, the day student form, in the house, the pre-sec, we have about 13 houses, and because we also consider day students as part of us, we have also constituted one house for day students, and they've been given masters to be in charge of them. So if we can call it house 14 for now, but you don't have a name. But what I want to say is that we have about three masters who are in charge of day students. So from time to time they meet with them, and they do discussion, take some of their challenges, and make sure that at least they are also brought on board in all the activities that take place on campus. They are, whenever there's any sporting activities, they form part. We encourage them to form a house, a complete house, and compete. So there's this. Yeah, these students have not left out. Classroom, we recognize them. So for me, these students are part of us. I normally tell them that as a day student, you even are the first ambassador of Presec, because you come to school and go every day. People see you in our blue magic, our blue uniform. So whatever you do out there, you are portraying Presec through the picture of Presec, and therefore the day students are the ambassadors, the first ambassadors of Presec. So we expect them to lead life worthy of emulation out there. And then again, we also expect our day students to be part and parcel of everything that we do. Like I said, unfortunately, because of their situation, we don't see much about the day student involvement in most of the things we do. Of course, sometimes the time also do not favor them, because school closes at, let's say, 3:30. He's in a hurry to get home on time. Some will get home. Some will get home around 7 thereabout. So if any program should take place after school, definitely you are not going to receive a good participation from day students, and that has been a big challenge, because some of these co-curricular activities are organized after school, and day students do not mostly take part because they must be in a hurry to get home and also come to school on time the next day. So that has been a very big challenge. But in all, I can say that these students have never been, forgotten or been sidelined in all our programs and activities, and we appreciate their involvement and so on.
Thank you very, very, very much. Do you have a word for them, Mr. Ada?
Yes, as my good brother have just said, it's true.
Yeah.
Just last semester before we left for the Christmas, the head of the school, Mr. David Odija, met all the day students with management. So they are not, yes, we met all the day students. And we asked them their challenges and what they are going through. So although we have a lot of our students being boarders, our focus still is on the day students because most of them stay far away. Just about, before we went for the vacation, I was driving to Asalaja around Amasaman.
Amasaman area.
Yes, and I saw around 7 p.m. Some of them are still going home. So around 7 p.m. they are still not getting home. So it's a challenge, yes. The next day I interviewed them and they said some of them are from Kaswa, Dodowa, Amahia, this Medina Road here. Then the far away to Dawonya, in Sawam. So it's a challenge, but we can't take all of them into the boarding house. So what we are doing here is that, as Housemaster have just said, we want to also create a house for them. Then all our programs will put them into it.
By way of activity.
Yes. So the choral competition that we'll do this year, we'll invite the day students to also come and sing, and we'll see how they can also perform.
In the day and not in the night.
Oh, maybe we'll bring we'll do it quite earlier.
Okay.
Yes, because it's going to be a carol service at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We can do it quite earlier to have time for the day student also to come and sing. Then the gardening, the gardening, I told them that we'll have prefects among the day students that will give them a place to also do their gardening, not even near the dormitories, but around the administration block to the main gate.
Okay.
Then yes, you have a day student prefect to also coordinate them. So in the gardening competition, we'll have day students also having their own gardening, so that they can be part and parcel of the school activities. Not that one too. When it comes to sports, some of them are yes. When it comes to sports, also will not only arrange the borders to do only sports, but the one that we have in 6 March this year, we'll have the day students also taking active part. So when it comes to the sports, also we'll put them there. Then the classroom management, the classroom cleaning of the classroom, maintain the classroom. We have a time for them also. So in PRESEC, because of our core values, as I said earlier on, because of our core values, we are not going to sideline the day students, but we want them to be part of our core values: the excellence, the skills development, the godly leadership, the discipline, the integrity, the hard work, the humility, the unity, and above all, the sound moral principle that we want our boys to get, the Christian gentleman. We want the day student to also enjoy it. And the parents are also supporting to have them. So our program in PRESEC here is holistic. It's not only for boarders, but we have a nice plan for our day students.
Great. This is all good news. And we are looking forward to the day where we'll have enough facilities to take them all in, these students, because we love them and we treasure them as well. Yes, we treasure them as well. Sometimes we feel for them for the distances where they have to be coming from. And it is very, very important that we make them participate in activities, despite the fact that they don't live on a compound and they don't eat our 3 meals a day with us. We give them only part of our meals. But we feel that the time will come when they will have full participation. And with that also, we know that they will also have to give their hearts out fully for what talents that they also have to the benefit of the school and the rest of the students, because we need to share their talents as well. We need to share their good purposes as well, as we share with them what we have from the inside. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Atta. I believe also that you have a word for our fresh students who are getting ready to come. Some parents, I'm told, will be on Odadie Radio listening to us because they get a lot of information from us whenever they have to prepare and come to and join us in PRESEC. So, what word do you have for our fresh students?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Fresh parents as well.
Yes, I know from February next month to March, we'll be expecting our fresh students. We want the parents out there that they should know that PRESEC is purely a Presbyterian school. And our mission, vision, and core values is dear to our heart. They can go to the media and check our mission, vision, and our core values. So before you bring your child in, prepare the child to fit into the environment. If you don't train your child, yes, prepare your child spiritually, physically, emotionally to fit into the Odadie family. It's a family. Yes. In fact, if you look at the way they dress, senior is here, the way they dress, the way they trim their hair, the way they belt, their sandals, and whatever they do. Randomly, when you see our boys, they are gentlemen. Everywhere you meet them, they are different. So we want
to see the gentlemanness in them.
Yes, please. So we want the parents who are coming to PRESEC this February, March, that they should prepare their walls for that. Especially what I said earlier on. I want to focus on that. We work for our excellence, godly leadership, skills development, discipline, integrity, hard work, humility, unity, and sound moral principle. When you tell the child about all this, after 3 years, your child will be reformed for you. And anywhere you put this child, you'll be proud that your boy have gone through such a discipline. That is our vision. That is our mission. This is what we are yearning for. Holistically, the child will finish and fit into any society in the world, not only Ghana. This is what I have for the parent. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Reverend Boateng, you have something for the parents who are preparing to become parents of PRESEC, or those who have been there already and are getting their children, and younger children also getting ready to come in?
Yes, Papa. Even before the arrival of our first year student, we've started receiving. Before parents have started visiting the school and they are eager to bring their awards. I remember a parent bringing his award to look around the school because yes, PRESEC is a proud, world proud school that every parent will want his boy to be, and we cherish that. Yes, so I believe that as soon as the results come and the placement is done, we're going to receive a lot of parents coming in to seek admission, and yes, we are prepared for that as a school, as management, and then staff. We are preparing to receive our first year student and make sure that what we need to do we do as well. But I want to say that parents who are bringing the awards should know what PRESEC stands for. Mr. Atta has already said PRESEC was, established on Presbyterian training principle, the values we have mentioned. For that one, we will not compromise. It's something that PRESEC as an institution, as a school, will never compromise. So any parent who is bringing his word to PRESEC, we've made a name. Our forefathers, old boys who have completed years back, they stood for this principle, they stood for these values, they stood for this training, and have made a name. And therefore, anybody who brings his word, we want that parent to know where he's bringing his son. And we will also assure parents that the necessary discipline will be offered to our boys to make sure that they get complete and holistic education and social life that will make them fit into the society. And one thing I also want to say that, like our motto says, in the light we shall see light. No student will come to Presec without going out nor seeing the light. We'll also make sure that we instill the Christian gentleman, the godly principle in the student. So, in short, we are ready to receive our parents, our boys, but parents should not rush. Let's exercise patience, wait for the results to come. The necessary preparation they need to do, they do, and then we will receive them gladly and give them the necessary assistance they will need to make sure their boys are admitted into the school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Reverend Boatin, for topping up what we need to let our future members of the SEC get to know. They should also remember that some were there, some, and we got all kinds of things benefiting from the PRESEC community in terms of lifestyle, in terms of community development, in terms of contacts, in terms of integration of all kinds of things. And we accepted all kinds of fields of study that we were granted. It's not like only PRESEC. I mean, we want only science in PRESEC, and that's the end of it. Remember also that there are other areas of study which are equally excellently produced, and the students get awards all across the subject areas that we participate in. So parents, don't rush. Just take your time, go through the process of admission, and do that without any stress, and do that painstakingly. And we know that your time will come, you will get there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a very, very big thank you to all our listeners out there. I've seen special greetings to Collins Osai and his family who are hiding somewhere in the islands of West Africa. Good to see you again, that you have been on our listening team. And all the other people in UK and US also who are listening to us, we say thank you very much. And thank you for all of you listeners in the local lands, in the motherland as well, and those of you in the extensions of Africa. God bless you so much for being with us on ỌDADEƐ Radio. Well, we have been discussing the entry back into school after the Christmas vacation of continuing students, and our discussion panel has been Mr. Isaac Nyakun Atta, who is Assistant Head Number 3 in charge of Domestic Affairs. And then also we've been listening to Reverend Francis Boatin, who has been with us all through this time. And we are happy to say that we have had a very, very good discussion. And anyone who missed some parts of the program from the beginning, if you request for audio on demand, we'll get you the recorded version wherever you are. And then you can also bring in or chip in your future questions and comments. We are still alive on ỌDADEƐ Radio. I want to sign off here, and our executive producers have been ỌDADEƐ Zonda, also known as Johnny Ato Fenin, and also ỌDADEƐ Edifico, who is one of our communication kingpins in the ỌDADEƐ Global Executive. Our technical producer has been Joseph Otu, who has done an excellent job this afternoon. It's also known as DJ Use. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again next week to talk about academic involvement and preparations, this is your regular host, Reverend Emmanuel Ambrose Asamoah, former senior housemaster, former teacher, former upholder of discipline in the school. And we say thank you very, very much. God bless you and goodbye. See you again next week.